All right, guys, let's take a look at these rails. Everybody asks about them. Being a machinist in a former life, I kind of understand why they're critical. They guide the motion on everything. Um, they're they seem to be okay. The finish on them, I don't know if you can see that or not, but they're oh man, I won't focus. Anyway, they're the blank is surface ground. The the little slot there, it's hard to show on the camera, but the slot there is it's probably broached. It's not. It doesn't look to be milled, but it's pretty smooth. I mean, it's good. The slot is good. I want to take this little retaining plug out, and we'll slide this off the end and take a look in here. In here, you see that little wire holds all those balls in, and then on the end, you can see how that kind of tucks in there, and the other end. Now, to be honest, these are the first times I've ever taken apart a linear rail. Everything else on the machines that I was working on, you just replace them when they go bad. Not if, but when. But this is a recirculating ball type. Everybody online on the Facebook and whatnot seems to think that putting grease on these would be a good idea. And I don't fully agree with that, and here's why. Those little balls have to go back in there, and then there's a tunnel back in through here that's probably just a drilled hole, but these caps redirect those balls right into the ends of that. And so if you put grease on there, grease is basically oil that's trapped in a soap matrix. It's some kind of soap or jelly or something that does that. And so that's going to get trapped inside that tunnel. And over time, grease tends to get hard and sticky. And so you'll end up putting a lot of friction into these. And then the problem would be if the balls stick back in this tunnel back here, then these guys, they're not going to roll. They're going to slide, and then things wear out real quick. You get flat spots, and it's like driving over gravel. Excuse me. So, I guess there's a lot of guys using the grease, and I mean it's probably okay if you want to, but my personal preference on a recirculating ball is to use an oil. A heavy oil would work. Like 80, 90 weight out of a differential or something like that would be fine, a couple drops. Most anything automotive or mechanical that uses recirculating ball, like the, oh gosh, I think it was the Saginaw steering knuckle that the Chevys used to use. They had a recirculating ball, and it's all oil. Every time I've seen recirculating ball set up, it's been oiled. So, it's your call, your machine, build it how you want, but that's kind of my thoughts on it. But other than that, these things look pretty good. Some Chinese guy got it with a vibro engraver, it looks like. If I knew what Chinese was, I'd probably tell you I'm holding this upside down or something. But anyway, it looks pretty decent. I don't see any problems with it. I think they'll work just fine. So anyway, that's my thoughts on the rails.